5 things I wish I knew before going into ministry. Part 1. Number 1, tests. When God elevates you, when y'all ever heard of that saying, it's like a bigger blessing, a bigger devil, or something like that? Y'all, when I tell y'all the test that comes, the trial and tribulations that comes, y'all, when you get elevated, it's just so crazy, y'all. When I tell y'all, I wish I knew, because I didn't know how I thought I knew, y'all. Like, when I tell y'all, when I got saved and I made a real commitment to God, y'all, I got pushed straight into ministry. So it was like, a lot of stuff I was learning on the way, I didn't really know for real like I know now. So, y'all, when I first got into ministry, y'all, I met a guy. And y'all, this was the worst time to pretty much meet this guy because I wasn't I was coming out of being a worldly person into being a holy person. So I met this guy in the beginning of my stages of converting over to a real servant of God, not being lukewarm but a real servant of God. So y'all, I'm gonna make a long story short. When I met this guy, I was battling between life and death. I was battling between being holy and doing things of God and also doing things of my flesh. So when I met him, he seen me talking one way but falling crazy in a whole nother way, especially with him. So it's like once you fall so much in front of a person but you're screaming this, I'm holy and I'm God, this person, it's just kind of like at that point they think you a phony and you a fake and you're lukewarm, and at that point it's kind of hard to renege yourself and stuff like that, and that's exactly what happened. So y'all, I regret that. So number one, with tests, like, you just need to be prepared that anything that comes your way, you need to make sure that you're praying and you asking God, like, God, what is this? Who is this? It's going to come in a form of maybe a relationship, a new friendship, a new business idea, or a new job. You need to consult God, especially after deliverance, or if you get licensed or anything, before you pursue. You need to ask God, God, should I pursue? Because this thing might be sent to kill, steal, or destroy you. And even though God is going to turn around what was meant for evil for your good, you still need to ask God, God, who is this? What is this? And should I pursue? Number two, judgment. Oh, y'all, when I tell y'all, I wish somebody told me people was going to slice and dice me. Y'all, when I tell y'all judgment, people is going to judge you. The moment you let it out your mouth, I'm a servant of God, I'm a minister, I'm a pastor, I'm an evangelist. When I tell y'all, people is going to judge you, your family, your friends, your people that's close to you. When I tell y'all that, oh, y'all, the enemy is going to use them like crazy to tear you down. When I tell y'all, y'all cannot code switch. First of all, you shouldn't be code switching anyway, aka lukewarm. You shouldn't be code switching anyway. You know how, like, you holier than thou in front of your family. I mean, in front of your friend. No, I'm sorry, I'm so wrong. In front of your pastor, and you at church and stuff, and you're just so holy and you're so this. But when you're in front of your family and your friends and stuff, you're code switching. You're slipping up with cursing. You're doing this. You're doing that. That means you need to mature a lot of more, you know what I'm saying, in ministry. Because if you're really of God, God said keep corrupt talk from your mouth. He needs to work. God is still working on your character. And because you're not supposed to be code switching and doing, stuff like that and whatever. If you holy, be holy. But the moment you make a mistake, people is gonna chop down on you. Because when I tell y'all, I can't, not a friend, not a significant other, not a family member, not a random person. When I tell y'all, every time I was out of line, I got it the worst, I feel like. And it sharpened me up, y'all. It did more good to me than bad. Because it sharpened me up, and it made me realize, like, Clarissa, you got some lukewarm ways. You need to mature a little bit more. Because y'all, when I tell y'all, I could say something, do another, and then you supposed to be a minister. When I tell y'all, they will literally slice and dice me. So number two, y'all, when you step into ministry, just know they gonna eat you up. But the thing is, you wouldn't be getting ate up if you would be doing what you're supposed to do. So it's gonna come, but just know, y'all, yeah, the judgment is heavy. Number three, when I tell y'all, when people looking up to you. Number three, looking up to you. It's gonna be so many people that's going to believe in you because of what they see, what God put in you. And you have to watch what you're doing. You have to watch how you're talking. You have to watch how you're dressing, because people is going to look for the Christ in you before they go see Christ for themselves. And you're supposed to be the model. They really look up to you. They look up to the God in you. So when I tell you, you have to be mindful of what you're doing. You have to be mindful of what you're dressing like. You have to be mindful of what you're saying, because they're going to be looking to you. And for a minute, they're going to be following you. So you have to be very careful with what you're doing. Okay? And sometimes it might be scary because it's just kind of like, wow, but it's just kind of like I said before, if you choosing God and you're saying, Lord, I'm choosing to serve you, and you're reading your word and you're doing what you're supposed to do, it should not be scary. It's only going to be scary if you still having a desire to live that worldly life and you just kind of like, oh, well, I want to have a day off of being saved, and I have a day off of being holy. But what if somebody watching me? There's no days off. It's either you're choosing to be of God or you're not. Number four, shut up. Y'all, when I tell y'all, oh my God, you listen, when God tells you something, you need to ask God, God, should I say this? How should I say this? Do not be so eager to just talk and say something. Y'all, when I tell y'all I had this problem bad, you do not need to share every single thing that God give you. You need to learn how to shut up. Don't share everything that God shows you. It's not for everybody. When I tell you, Lord, y'all, when I tell y'all, God didn't tell me to shut up on my one-on-one time. He didn't went through one of his prophets and told me to tell Clarissa to shut up. Like, you know, when I tell y'all, shut up, like, you need to ask God, God, should I say something? Should I be quiet about it? Do not be so eager to speak. Like, slow down. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, it's exciting that you see that you're being used and God's showing you something, and it's very exciting. But you can prematurely say stuff. You can mess some stuff up. You know what I'm saying? Especially when God talk to you about somebody else. Don't be so quick to go tell me. You need to ask God, God, should I pursue? Last but not least, y'all, number five, do not get comfortable going to your leader, y'all. Okay? Yes, God put them there to steward you and to help you, but they are not your God. Stop running to them for every single thing, okay? You need to go to God about everything. You can go to them about some things, but do not make them your God. Sometimes you can get real comfortable asking them, but my thing is you need to ask your creator, because sometimes pastors, they're still human too. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, not all the time you're going to get good counsel. You know what I'm saying? And it's just normal. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes like they might have their normal talk, if you get what I'm saying. And it's just kind of like, it's just always best if you go to God. It's just always best if you go to God. And also God will also shut up their mouths, and just so you won't go to them, because it's kind of like, I put them there to help you, but I ain't put them there to be your God. You know what I'm saying? I am your God. Come to me. So y'all, that's all I have for you guys. 5 things I wish I knew before going into ministry. If y'all want a part 2, I'll do another 5 things, because y'all got a whole list. I've been in ministry probably going on 2 years, and I've learned a lot. I've seen a lot, and I got much more. So thank y'all for tuning in.